Okay, legends. We just learned about how we could solve an equation using the equal values method. But what I'm telling you is that there is sometimes an easier way to do things. And in this case, that easier method that I'm going to show you about right now, it is called substitution. All right, so my cheat in this case is called substitution. So we're going to look at the exact same problem that we started with in our warm-up. So here was that problem again. So it said 4x minus 2y equals 16. And the other equation that we started with said y equals 4x minus 20. All right, so first of all, let me point out something that I notice here. I notice that both equations have the same variables. They both have an x and they both have a y. Now, I'm going to highlight the variable y here, or use a different color for it so it kind of stands out a little bit. Because look at this. Look at the second equation here. It's saying what y is equal to. So literally, it is telling us that where there was a y, so this y right here, what I can do is I can plug 4x minus 20 in for y. Literally, I can plug that whole thing, 4x minus 20, in for y. And this is what's called substitution. So check it out. Here's what it looks like. I'm going to keep my top equation the same, except where there was the variable y, what I'm going to do now is in its place, I'm literally going to put 4x minus 20. And the reason I can do that is because the bottom equation tells us that's what y is equal to. So check it out. By making that one move, that one step, I now have one equation with one variable. And so the trick to being successful with substitution is knowing how to solve an equation that looks like this. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use my distributive property here. And I'm going to give that -2 to all. So my new equation becomes 4x minus 8x plus 40 equals 16. And now what I can do to keep solving this is I'm going to combine my like terms together here. So I'm going to combine the 4x and the minus 8x together, and that would make -4x. And I still have the rest of my equation here. All right, so I got to keep solving. So what I'm going to do now is my equal sign is my barrier, and I've got x on the left side, and looks like the number without the x on the right. So let's move that 40. Let's take it away from the left side and the right side to get something we're familiar with. And so that would give us our equation, -4x equals -24. And finish move now, we're ready for that. In our finish move here, we would divide both sides by -4. And that would give me x equals 6.
Alice, I have your whiteboard.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, check it out. Remember from before, I had to do steps 1 and 2 right here, 1 and 2, in order to get x equals 6. What I'm saying to you is, I could shorten this process by substituting what y is equal to into the top equation. And now I can just solve this part to find my answer that x is equal to 6. Literally, it gives us the same exact thing. And so just like any system problem, we don't want to stop there because we've only found the solution for x. So just like the previous example, the second thing that we need to do here is substitute x equals 6 into an equation to find y. All right. And honestly, if I'm thinking about this, the equation that I would choose is the one that already tells me what y is equal to. So what I'm saying is I'm going to choose the bottom equation from our system. And what I'm going to do is, in order to find y, just like before, we're going to replace x with the answer that we found in our first step here. Okay, so here's my equation that I'm choosing. And that's the one that told me what y is equal to. And now what I can do is, because x is equal to 6 right here, I can substitute that into that equation. And so what that looks like now is it kind of looks like this. We could say that y is equal to 4. And I left a space there because now I'm going to replace it with 6. 4 times 6. And I'm going to take away 20. Oops, I don't know. Got my colors going on here. Who knows why? All right. So as I keep going, this is saying y equals 24 minus 20. Or I could say that y is equal to 4. So this part was exactly the same as what we did up above, or what we did previously with the equal values method. But the step up above, I think this is the key. The key to being successful is understanding that variables can be replaced with expressions, which is crazy, but we can do that. So I'm going to kind of take questions now that you guys have. I'm going to stop the recording and let me know what questions you have at this point. Okay, put them in the chat or come off mute, please.